Hello, everyone. Just gonna wait for more people to join here today. I had the actual live stream, the volume on. Alrighty, so as we're waiting for people to come in, this live stream is going to be a little bit different. Usually we have drawing competitions throughout. We're going to try something a little different this time. This time around, we're going to have a single drawing off thing throughout the entire meeting. And we are all, whoever arrives here today, we are all going to be working on a single thing throughout the entire meeting while answering questions and while keeping in line with the chat. But the goal is to produce something a little bit cooler at the end of the meeting, a little bit more put together. That being said, stick around because at the end of the meeting we are going to drop a work in progress official trailer, and we'll talk about the details on that later on. So that being said, everyone in the chat right now, I would start dropping drawing topics for the production crew to draw, because we are going to be taking these ideas directly from the chat this time around. So start punching in ideas for things to draw as we are in the meeting today. I'll take this time to put headphones in so I can work on what I'm going to work on during the drawing competition, because it has sound. Anyway, now I should well, we can talk about it when it comes around, but yes, we're going to be doing a sneak preview of the official trailer at the end of the meeting.
Okay, already there are some questions like PSXOX is asking, have you heard about the character Chaos Jenny or anything that is close to it?
Well, Chaos Jenny. Specifically, yes, we've heard of Chaos Jenny. I mean, it's kind of hard not to hear of her because she's pretty much what the fandom's #1 fandom. That, like, out of all the fan-made characters out there, Chaos Jenny by far is the most popular. So yes, we've heard of her. Although, other than that, I am afraid I do not venture far into the fandom art and stuff like that. I should probably do it more often, seeing how we're doing this series, but that's the extent of basically what I know. I remember there being I saw an image of a fan-made, like, warlock girl person, but that's about it. I know of Chaos Jenny and then that warlock-looking girl that someone drew up. Other than that, are you guys in the same boat?
I heard about it before.
Sorry, what was the question?
Like if you've heard of Chaos Jenny or any other fan-made characters like it.
Fan-made characters?
Yeah.
I mean, I've definitely heard of Chaos Jenny, but like I'm drawing a blank as far as any others go.
Yeah. Make more fan-made characters, guys. All right. So yeah, so as in pertaining to the drawing thing, so again, the drawing can be any topic pertaining to Teenage Robot.
Oh, and I want to know, seriously, what type of thing you own? No, thanks.
What? No,
nothing. Don't look at the chat.
All right, but let's see. Where was I? Okay, so the drawing competition. The rules are anything Teenage Robot related, keep it PG, and it can't be anything too specific. Like it can't be crossover Jenny with Danny Phantom. It's got to be a little bit more broad than that to give the artist a little bit more creativity. Like draw Jenny crossing over with a early Nicktoons cartoon, and then it just so happens to be Danny Phantom. There it is. Well, did I say early Nicktoons? I meant early 2000s Nicktoon. All right. So that being said, I'm gonna dive in to the chat, and I'm going to be looking for pictures, or ideas. I mean, I'll read them off, and then if anything stands out to you guys, just call it out, and that'll be yours. Sorry, I'll scroll up. All right, we got draw a new weapon for Jenny. Okay. Draw Jenny picking some nice flowers. Any
Jenny
flower.
doesn't really strike me as the flower picking type.
Let's see. Okay, here's another one. I don't know. Okay, I don't know what it's referring to, but drawing Jenny standing at one of them change my mind stands, as you see in memes.
Oh, okay.
I have absolutely no idea what that means, but there you go.
All right. I might try something with that one.
I'm gonna modify this one to make it a little bit more creative because this is more crossing over with a specific character. Draw it asks for XJ9 to cross over with Kiryu Mechagodzilla 3. I'm gonna enhance that to any Japanese mecha. It can be Mechagodzilla, or it can be something from Evangelion, or it can be any Japanese mecha of XJ9 versus that mecha. There's one asking for Jenny crossing over with some Disney characters. Just draw Jenny in a Dragon Ball style. Yeah. I think
I can do the Cuphead style.
No, Dragon Ball, like the anime.
I know that, but Tuna Boss is staying like Jenny in the 1920s. Cuphead / Frontier style. So I might take that.
All right, so just a reminder, Eric, you're going to be doing what? I'm sorry?
I'm going to be doing a teenage robot character at one of those Change My Mind stands from the memes.
Cool. And then Nick, you're going to be doing what?
What Tuna Boss is saying, like Jenny in a 1920s Cuphead style, like in the dream sequence in the dream episode.
Okay. All right. If that's what you want to do. And meanwhile, I'm going to be working on the actual trailer. So I'm not going to be participating in the draw-off competition, but I am going to be drawing throughout this entire stream while keeping track on the questions that pop up in the chat. So,
all right.
Because I want to make sure, because the trailer itself. Progress on it. I want to make it better than it is because there's a lot of placeholders right now than actual sequences. So I want to add more to it. So before it, regardless though, whether or not it is completely filled out by the end of the meeting, there is going to be at least some version of the trailer that is going to be shown. So yeah. It is, again, though, while I should warn while I'm working on it, that these that the preview that's going to be shown, it utilizes not only our animatics and storyboards, but some just some rough sketches and stuff like that. So it's not anything final whatsoever. It utilizes multiple people's drawing styles. It utilizes different technologies, like there's as you'll see, but it should not be interpreted as the final look of the show at all. It's going to be, it's a rough trailer. That's what it is.
Should we start?
Yeah, go ahead. It's the entire meeting, so it's like doing the best you can as we're answering questions and stuff. All right, I'm going to check the questions now. Trainer Audie asks, please answer this question. Will these fan-made seasons feel like Robert and Zeddy and the original production crew made it themselves? Hopefully. If we play our cards right, hopefully. I mean, granted, it's probably going to be a little bit different because we are not Robert and Zeddy and the original crew. So it's probably going to feel a little bit different, but we're going to try. Superman Nintendo Man asks, would it be okay if I mention MLaaTR Rebooted on Instagram to grab more fans' attention onto the fan-made seasons? Of course, that's completely all right. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrong. Jadiat McSwag. I don't know how to pronounce that first name. I'm sorry, man. Did you show the trailer yet? Nope. That is going to be at the end of the stream, which is in about an hour and 40 minutes. That's going to be and it's not a completed trailer drop. It is a trailer preview. And it's in the sense of that it is basically a trailer animatic with a bunch of placeholder images and stuff like that, and rough, brief sketch stuff. Just to give the idea, the official trailer, what's gonna happen is that we're gonna be passing in the production crew. What we do is we're gonna take this trailer, this rough one, and we're gonna be passing it along to one another as we animate it throughout, and that should be dropping in the summer. The official trailer that's completed, nice and polished and yada yada yada, because we are in the midst of not only designing this trailer, but we are also in the midst of deciding on how our animation style is going to be. So, well, like I should say style, it's going to be in the original show style, but in the process on how we're going to be animating it. So that's why the animation is rough, and we're still testing ourselves on what's the fastest and what's the most effective animation process we can do. Voxel Fusion asks, will you keep the limited animation style Yes, we're keeping the limited animation style. Will the general animation be rendered to 60 frames per second for smooth camera movements? Word of the wise, when you're doing any type of animation ever, never, ever, ever do 60 frames per second, because that will kill you.
Yeah.
That is 60 drawings for every 1 second. So no,
it's like a day of work, more than a day of work for 1 second of footage.
Yeah, that's you're gonna kill yourself.
Yeah.
The Hollywood standard for animation is 24 frames per second. We are doing 24 frames on 2s, which is standard television animation. So yeah. And the smooth camera move, if you're worried about smooth camera movements, that comes with any frame rate. It only when you drop to like 12 does it start to become choppy with camera movements anyway. So don't worry about that. Jack Dennett asks, are you planning to make subtle movie references? For example, Tuck says, here's Jenny, or tuckered out The Shining for his line of the victim fashion. Get away from her, you fish. Aliens 2. Yep. Basically, yes, there's a few movie references here and there.
Subtle ones.
Yeah. There's our policy on references, though, or Easter eggs or stuff, is we can't place them in dramatic moments, because that'll draw the attention away from the dramatic moment. But yes, overall, there's a lot of Easter eggs and references and stuff like that throughout. Trainer Audie asks, when will the official trailer be released? Like polished, completed, done, official. It is sometime in the summer. I believe we are looking at either May or June for the official trailer drop. And that, like, the polished, nice, everything looks amazing trailer drop. Today we're going to be taking a look at the sneak preview. The sneak preview.
Oh, that's good.
Of the official trailer, where it is like basically an animatic of the official trailer. So yeah, and that's what I'm working on throughout this entire meeting, just to get things good to go.
We're still trying to do the animation advertisement as well.
Yeah, that too.
But unfortunately,
it's all about testing out which animation style is going to, our process is going to work the best.
This is going to be the most...
Green Gold asked, question, would it be cool if you guys were able to work with Viacom and the original team? It could really help the show. It would be amazing. That would be cool. But unfortunately, that is not in our control. Viacom can decide whatever to do with this property officially. This is unofficial. This is fan-made. We are not associated with Viacom Frederator at all. And as for the original crew, they have all since moved on from the project. They are all, I believe Rob Renzetti isn't even working for Nickelodeon anymore. I believe he's working at Disney. So yeah, everyone's moved on from the original crew. So as cool as it would be, it's just...
You see Rob Renzetti tweeted about us the other day?
Yeah, guys. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but geez, I'm going to get through all these last questions. How long is the teaser trailer? Well, this is going to be actually a preview of the official trailer, but it's going to be clocking around at 1 minute 30. Again, there's a lot of placeholders and stuff, which I'm trying to iron out. But it'll be something. At least if it's not completed by the end of the stream, it's still going to be shown. So that's going to happen regardless. So, are there any... Trainer audience, are there any new characters going to be introduced in these seasons? Yes. Will there be GD Fright Frigid asks, will there be cameos? Yes. Have you found Vexus? No. Please sign up for Vexus.
Yeah, I was gonna ask anyway. When's the next casting call? I know it's supposed to be soon.
Yeah, that's coming soon too. As soon as possible is the casting call. We're working on 3 things at once. the trailer, the animation advertisement, and the casting call. So sign up for Vexus. You got a lot of time, so do it. Come on, do it. And Tuck too. All right, now that I've answered majority of the questions, I'm going to jump back into the animation thing. So as more questions pile up. Again, if the stream goes quiet, that is only because we are all working. Two of us are working on drawings, and I'm working on the trailer. So might go quiet a few times in this stream. It's just because we're working. Here, I'll keep my window open, so I'll always have the chat next to my screen. There we go. Christian McLaughlin asks, any chance of make band or swing music? I think it would fit the animation style. If the scene calls for it, it will be so. Trainer Audie asks, what voice actors do you have already? Well, we have Jenny, Brad, Sheldon, and Wakeman casted. We have Smitus casted. We have Britt and Tiff casted. We have Don Prima casted. We have... Who else will you have casted? I'm trying to both go through the list of things, people that have been casted, as well as eliminating the ones that would be spoilers. Grub, Looper, and Weevil have been casted. Skolas has been casted. Gigawatt has been casted. Quetzalcoatl has been casted.
Yep.
The XJ sisters have all been casted. We have voices for everybody. It's really the big ones are Tuck and Vexus. Those are the giant ones. There's a few other small minor characters that haven't been cast yet, but Tuck and Vexus are the big ones. So, yeah. Quartz Films asked, are there any plot points that in the show that you guys are going to expand upon? Yes. I don't know how much I can reveal on what those are, because that would just dive into spoilers. But yes, there are actually points that are sometimes we take literally a single sentence out of the original show, and an entire episode is based off that sentence. And sometimes it happened like that. It's because it's usually how it goes. It plays off as like a one-liner or a joke, but then it's like you think about it and you're like, well, wait, that seriously implies something. So let's go make an episode about that. So yeah. John Reimers asked, is there an FAQ on the website yet? Yes, there is. It's underneath the contact information website, section of the website. However, I do think we need to update the FAQ. It would be good to update that FAQ, but there is an FAQ. Angry Dorito asks, have you shown the trailer yet? Nope, the trailer is at the end of the stream. And the trailer is not in a full trailer or like an official complete trailer. It is a rough trailer with a bunch of animatics, sketches, and storyboards being used. So yeah, the official completed awesome trailer is going to be released sometime in the summer. Because this is literally, we're putting together the sequences of how things are going to go. Speaking of which, I got to get back on to it. So I again, shorten the window and start sketching again. Tune in, boss. Ask simple yes or no question. Is there some sort of grand finale planned to complete the series? Kind of early to ask, but yes, I'm just curious. Yeah, there is. Season 5, when the Season 5 finale comes, that'll be the grand finale of it all. So, yeah, yes. The Angry Dorito asks, what program software do you use to animate / draw on? And that depends on what I'm doing. If I'm animating, I use Toon Boom Harmony. If I'm drawing a nice detailed picture with texture and stuff like that, I would use Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop, CS5 specifically. And if I am doing a vector, which is like basically a fancy way of saying a drawing that uses math equations instead of pixels to keep all the lines always clear instead of pixely, I would use Adobe Flash, even though I probably shouldn't use Adobe Illustrator. I would probably do me good to learn that program. Christian McLaughlin asks, how long does it take to get a finished frame event and an animated sequence completed? Depends on the complexity of the movement, but in general, it would probably take about, for a single frame, it would probably take about, I'm gonna, because like there's in-betweens, are quicker than like pose frames. So if you're talking about a pose frame where you have to sketch out the pose and keep it in line with the rest of the movement, that would probably take about 15 to 20 minutes to get right. And then if you're talking about an in-between where you have to, in between the pose frames where you do the actual movement, it would probably take about 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere in there, because it's harder to come up with the pose than it is to come up with the in-between. The pose is in animation anyways, the pose is the toughest part. Actually filling in the gaps is tedious, but it's not hard. John Rammers asked, "Didn't you say something about a fan-written episode?" Yes, technically. I think we had the wrong word choice though when we said that. It was the community vote episode where it was where fans submitted a bunch of ideas for episodes, and we all voted on one to rule them all. And now that we are producing that episode, and yeah, it is a community vote episode. It was probably misworded when we said community written, because that would I see how that would imply that the entire community is writing it, which is not the case. But it was in the sense of they would write the idea that we would use, and that was what we were going for, and with that phrase, it kind of probably could have been worded better. But yes, there is a episode that comes directly from the fans. That is it is 100% the fans' idea that this episode was. And that was called. We changed the title because to better fit the episode, but the original idea still stands. It was originally called Hardcore. It is now called Robotomize. It is an episode where Jenny loses her emotions. Like she completely loses her emotions, her capacity to feel anger, sadness, happiness. She just is monotone. That is a fan submitted idea that everyone voted on, and that was the one that won. Ooh, this is a good question for everybody. The average could ask, what episode, in your opinion, helped either develop a bit or made a character a bit more interesting to you?
I have to go back and look at them.
I'm jumping on a bandwagon, but again, I have to say Cluster Prime, and I'd have to go with Vexus. Cluster Prime made Vexus a lot more interesting to me.
Yeah.
Specifically at the end confrontation on the rooftop. It made it like she became. It was almost like that was the point where Vexus went from kind of just a reoccurring villain in the show to like, all right, this is the main, for me at least, this is like the main bad guy. Bad girl, bad woman, bad robot, whatever. The main bad one of the show was at that end rooftop when it was the moment when she realized that Cluster Prime had been taken away from her, and she looked towards Jenny with that evil stare, and she rocketed into the air and just beat the ever-living crap out of Jenny. That was the moment where I was like, oh, okay, so she's the main bad, which is ironic because after Cluster Prime we saw her twice and then never saw her again. But that was the moment where it just escalated, where it went from just a reoccurring villain to like one of my favorite villains of the show, like in that Cluster Prime standoff. What about you guys?
I really liked Armageddon Droid. How it shed a little light on Wakeman's backstory.
Ah, cool.
Favorite villain?
No, not favorite villain, more favorite episode that shined a little bit of light on a specific character that you liked, how they developed the character more.
I guess Cluster Prime as well, but Jenny, she got a much needed better character development than what she had in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's a good choice. You make a very good point. That was also the episode where she settled on basically like settled that, yeah, I'm probably not going to be accepted for a very long time, but saving people is going to be my main objective anyway. So yeah. The Angry Dorito asks, how long would you say it takes to create one normal episode? Well, again, it depends on what episode you're talking about, and it also depends on the project at hand. Say we're talking about a normal 11-minute episode that is nothing special, no, just some standard action, some standard jokes, some standard happenings. It would and we say we are an official studio, okay? Like we're an official studio. And we get up every day, we get paid, which we're not, and I'll get to that. But say we're an official studio and it's an average episode of Teenage Robot. It would probably take about, I want to say 7 to 8 months to complete a 11-minute episode. That is writing it in that is writing it in the script, that is recording the dialogue, that is sending it off to animation after storyboarding it, and then doing the final composite, sound effects, stuff like that. Probably take about 7 to 8 months if we were an official studio. Seeing how we're not an official studio though, and how this is all done in our free time, and we do not get up every day to work on this. We get up every day to go to work and school and then come home to work on this in our free time. It has taken us a lot longer. I don't know the official count, but it's been a while. We're working hard, but, it's the best we can do. I'm not gonna lie. This is just me talking aloud, but part of me, I've always thought about this. Part of me has always thought about going to Nickelodeon directly and pitching the 2 additional seasons, since we've worked so much on it, and seeing what would happen. The part of me that tells me no, though, is the reality talking, and like going, they'll probably not say yes. So like I would say 80 to 90% sure they would not say yes. And on top of that, once they say no, they'll probably bring down the cease and desist hammer because you have announced it to them. You have waved the flag in their face. But I will not lie. Part of me has pondered a few times taking our entire workings and going directly to Nickelodeon and pitching it to them. And going, can we do it for you? I don't know. It would be cool. Raven Boy 99 asks, can we get some artwork of the XJ sisters? We are already working. 2 of us are already working on the drawing off, and the other one is working on the trailer. So, but I will say, I do have one of our concept artists / animators did do a piece on the XJ sisters based on one of the episodes itself. So while we probably can't show, I don't know if you've actually seen this yet or not, but while we can't show anything right now that's like, say, new, I was going to see. Here, let me go find it. I'm going to go find it because I thought it was awesome. And it's a good example of the XJ sisters. Leave me in our. There you are. All right, cool. This is basically, she did it. One of our animators slash concept artists did a, basically an animated promo poster and of the XJ sisters based on what's going to happen in one of the episodes. And I'm going to post that in the chat right now. Oh, wait a minute. That is based on my account name. Here, let me do a www link instead. Here. Remove that. That's because that's probably going to lead you to nowhere. There we go. That's a www link instead. There we go. So yeah, she is one of our animators slash concept artists, and she did that in support of the show a while back. Trainer Audie asks, are we going to get anything huge by the end of 2018 on this project? Yes, you are. Not only is the trailer going to be released sometime this year, the official trailer, but we are also doing a music video that we hope to get out around a similar time, and other additional goodies by the end of 2018. We have a lot planned this year. This is going to be a very productive year for us. Granted, it got off at a rough start, but hey, we're catching up. We're definitely catching up. That is weird how it's, whenever I link a DeviantArt link, it never transfers correctly. I don't know why. Here. I'm going to try a different method now. I'm going to try the same link thing, but. All right. I'm going to try it. Here's me trying it again with that link. I know it's weird. Bam. Try that link. Angry Dorito asks, what other cartoons do you enjoy? I enjoy... yeah, there's Amazing World of Gumball. There's Spectacular Spider-Man I enjoy. Who doesn't enjoy Spectacular Spider-Man, though? Let's be honest. Also, I enjoy watching... Oh, Star Wars Rebels. That's getting intense. Next week's the series finale of that show. Yeah. What are your guys' favorite shows?
Samurai Jack.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
MST3K.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Phantom.
Cute. Yep.
Hang on, let me take a look at my
I like some of the old Disney TV animation stuff, like The New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Timon and Pumbaa.
Mm.
There's also some animes like A Certain Magical Index or A Certain Scientific Railgun, which I heard is gained a third season.
Hmm.
Nowadays, Cardcaptor Sakura as well. I also enjoy some of the Ghibli movies as well, like Spirited Away and Princess Mononoke.
Mm-hmm.
And I love everything 2D animation. So far, my favorite digital 2D animated film is Song of the Sea, which is a film done by Cartoon Saloon, who've also done The Secret of Kills. I highly recommend you guys checking it out for yourselves, and not really self-promotioning there, but you can get a 10-day trial on itsoncraft.com, and once those 10 days are up, you can actually, if you have some, well, I really wouldn't say much, but for the rest of that time, you probably need to pay for it. But there's a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff that you really need to know about.
Yeah, but let's see. I think we had also some cool questions, some good questions when they're coming. Trainer Audie asks, "Is there going to be a theme song? If so, is it going to be the same or different?" Yes, there's going to be a theme song. Whether or not it's going to be different is a little bit complicated. It's going to be the same theme, like dun 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 bum ba dum bum 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 bum. But what we basically did is that we took the original theme, and we extended it. We added additional verses. And when I say that we are trying to put together a music video, we are literally trying to put together a music video of the main theme of the show. We added a bunch of verses to it while retaining to the original one. The original one is still there and as original as ever, but we extended it and we added new verses to it. And one of those new verses is going to be our theme. Like we're going to take a chunk of the overall theme that we did and use it as our intro. Again, it's still going to be the standard Teenage Robot musical theme. It's just the lyrics that are going to be different. It's going to be new, both to help set aside our series. Both, it's like a double-edged sword almost. It's like it's a play to not only it's retaining the same theme, so it'll match the original show, but at the same time, it's going to be doing different lyrics to set ourselves apart from the original show. And to better express that this is a fan-made series and not an official one, because we have to make that clear in every opening. We do. We really do. But all right. I think that covers that.
Right, I'll be right back.
All righty. Lauren Schuler asks, I would love to see the 1954 Godzilla in the style of MLaaTR. No joke, I'm dying to see this. I don't know where I have it, but I actually have two Godzilla designs, because Curious Me actually did the sketch a while back too. I did the 2016 Shin Godzilla in the Art Deco Teenage Robot style, and I did the 2014 Godzilla in the style of Teenage Robot. Nothing. It's not good. They're not. Neither is going to show up in the show. I was just curious on how they would look if they were in Teenage Robot, and it was a good. It was an exercise also to just practice the style and convert things, because a lot of this process is converting people's styles into Teenage Robot style. I don't know where they are though. I don't think I can bring them up on the whim though. They're like. It's somewhere stored, somewhere deep on my computer that I have absolutely no idea where they are anymore. Because they were like, they weren't even like named correctly. They were just literally a bunch of numbers, because they were like, I took a picture of it with my phone and never like scanned it in and stuff.
On enough, Lauren, I don't know, just somebody's requesting us to do Super Grover versus Jenny. That's not going to happen.
Well, it depends if there's any. Well, I speak, Nathan. All right. So, is anyone out there finished with their drawing? That they want to do another assignment?
I mean, I finished the sketch. I'm still trying to work on like finalizing it and stuff.
Oh, all right.
But I can show you the sketch if you want.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just asking if there's anyone who wants to like have a new assignment too, like a new assignment to do, if they're done. So if you're not done, that's fine.
Okay. I'm gonna keep working.
Alrighty. All right. I think Nick is saying he's done.
Not exactly. It's like there's one more element, I think, and that's probably the background design. Man, Cuphead has a lot of good.
Yeah, it does. Voxel Fusion asks, question, if someone can't draw well, could they help the animators in specific tasks such as coloring, if that's possible? Probably not coloring, because animating, the animators kind of automatically do that when they animate the coloring. There would be a coloring stage if we were all traditional animating and it was all started on paper and then it got transferred and inked and stuff like that. Then there'd be a coloring department, but we're all digital, so it kind of comes with the program. So but if you can't draw well but still want to help with animation, what you definitely can do is that you can help. If you want to sign up for this, you could help time out actions and stuff with like stick figure sketches and stuff, which is basically, ironically enough, kind of what I'm doing with the teaser trailer, or the official trailer animatic here. I'm doing basic rough sketch animations to better display what the overall animation is going to be about. So yeah, so if you can't draw well, that'd be and still want to participate with drawing, that'd be a department to go to. Well, department, but a subject to sign up for. If not, we always have room for additional voice actors and script writers, which would not be drawing based. Because even though season 4 is coming to a close in terms of writing, season 5 is still up for grabs. Not locked down in the least. So in terms of story, it's happening. It's just like the story is not locked down at all. So yeah. Christian McLaughlin asks, I'm wondering if Vex just went mad after not being seen for so long. Did she? Well, probably, yeah. That's certainly how I interpret it, especially after that asteroid episode. Jack Bennett, fun fact, the bubbles in Little Mermaid were drawn by Chinese people. Actually, I would probably be safe to say that a lot of that animation was done in all overseas, because that's a lot of animation is done that way now. Not only started picking up speed in the 1990s, and then it's really a fundamental part of animation is about nowadays is sending it overseas, especially for TV series. Animated movies, it's a little bit more split. There's a lot of work done in the States but even then there's still stuff done overseas.
Fun fact, Walt Disney Animation Studios used to have locations in Florida, which opened up in 1989, as well as Paris, France, which was originally Disney TV Animation Paris. Disney TV Animation Australia then transformed itself to Disney Toon Studios, the direct-to-sequel department. And then Disney Animation Japan, I don't know what's going on with them. Like, I know the Disney Toon Studio Japan part is shut down, but I don't know. I don't know about Disney Animation Japan that much, but yeah. Fortunate enough, the Disney Animation Florida shut it down in 2003. But the whole entire thing shut it down as the magic of Disney Animation. Mm-hmm. It's now the Star Wars launch bay at Disney Studios. They took out the main thing that made Disney unique, the animation, and they replaced it with their now bought George Lucas film Star Wars launch bay shot.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of what they're doing with a lot of Disney World land attractions either. Like I still think I've been on both the Tower of Terror and on the Guardians of the Galaxy drop, and Tower of Terror had a lot more heart put into it than the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. Like even like the people. I remember this specifically when I was getting in line for that ride. Even the people who would put you on the ride were getting into character. They weren't like dressed up as characters, but they were like acting like as if they were ghosts or creepy like hotel guests. Like they're sending. It's like almost like they were like demons or something sending us to our doom. They were getting into character. They were freaking people out. They would like walk behind people and just wait for them to turn around and scare them. It was like everyone was putting everything into that ride and the design work and everything, and then it just kind of got reworked.
Like a fun job.
Yeah, and then it just got reworked for Guardians of the Galaxy, and it just kind of like I went on that recently too. It's probably back in like June of 2017 is when I went on it, but it was not as much heart put into it. It kind of seemed formulaic, kind of cut and paste, and it definitely did not have the same buildup of the ride. Because like when you were on the Tower of Terror, it would build up to the drop, like it would like anticipate you all the way up. It would and tell you the story of the family of ghosts, and then the doors would open and you'd see everything. Well, no, actually no. First you would see the ghosts. Right? You would see the family transform into ghosts, and then you would drop. And then that was the first drop. And then it would bring you up even higher than that, continue to keep you creeped out and stuff. And then it would open up the door so you would see the entire Disneyland, and then you'd drop again, this time for the final time. And it was just a lot more build-up. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, it just kind of had it was kind of just one of those rides where you put on your 3D glasses, only this one it goes up and down. You know, instead of stand still, shaking in your seat. I don't know. It's just like I felt a lot more passion and hard work put into the Tower of Terror than I did Guardians of the Galaxy ride.
At least for Disney California Adventure.
Yeah.
Disney Hollywood Studios had not yet. I don't think.
They better not. That's the last one. The one in Florida.
Yes, there is other Tower of Terrors out there, I think.
Well, I meant in America. That's the original one, isn't it? The one in Hollywood Studios, Florida?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, but so they better not remove that one. But back to questions. I understand I went off on a tangent there.
Sorry about that.
No, that was my bad. Club of Games TV asks, will Jenny get new weapons in the reboot? Yes, she will. Although I will warn already. In a few episodes, we did play a lot with the idea of limiting Jenny a few times. Like, to give, like, how should I say that? Because I don't want to spoil. A lot of the episodes play with the idea of, in season 4, I should play with the idea of limiting Jenny. Like, how can she defeat this villain without doing this sort of thing? So while she will get new weapons and stuff, there's also going to be episodes where she is almost like one of her weapons is taken away from her. And it's like she has to solve the problem in a different manner. So it's kind of like that. But yes, in the initial question, yes, there's going to be some new weapons. Squeewee has been asking this a lot. Will Jenny become a hero and stop acting like a hero? Heroism is a hassle. I know that's kind of what the show was going for, but the idea never came to full fruition. Yes and no. I think it's a lot like the original show, where it's like, obviously when there's a giant problem, she's like, no problem, I'll take care of it. But of course, I mean, that's not to say she won't probably get annoyed when she's trying to like watch a movie or something, and then there's a giant mole that just pops up in the middle of the city. She's like, are you kidding me? I'm about to watch a movie. Something like that. So obviously the big events she'd probably have no problem with, but it's the small events that probably tick her off. Ooh, this is an interesting question. I hope we can answer it without spoiling. Green Gold asked question: what do you guys think is the most interesting episode you have worked on so far?
Oh, geez.
The most interesting to me. Oh, I gotta like both think of interesting episodes that we've worked like. Oh, they're all interesting to me, but I mean like the ones that are like really interesting to me. But at the same time, I have to weed out the ones that are really big spoilers.
I'm out of this one because there are a lot of favorites, but some of them I think are spoiler alerts, so I'm staying out of this one.
I'll answer it, but I'm gonna try and keep it as least spoilery as possible. Ooh. A really interesting one, I thought, was the one that Grub, Looper, and Weevil show up in. That is one where I found it was both really... I had a good time both writing it and reading it and planning that out with everybody. I'm not going to take all the credit whatsoever, no. We did that we planned that script out in a live stream, not a live stream, but a video meeting. We basically reworked that entire script and made it into something that I'm excited for. So that one is called... Did we release the name of that one?
I don't think we did, but I suppose we could.
Yeah, I mean, we might have.
It's not like super spoilery.
Yeah, it's not. So forgive us if this is something that you've already heard of, but because we might have released this episode title already. It's called "They Came from Outer Space." That is the episode that Grub, Looper, and Weevil show up in. Our 3 cluster bots. The episode they show up in is fun, to say the least. Oh, Squeewee, you're fine it's okay. It's in fact, copying and pasting the same question over and over again is a good way to catch our attention. That's a question that we haven't answered yet. You're good. I just realized I never posted this on Facebook. I'm gonna go
live stream.
The live stream.
Oh, you should probably do that.
I'm gonna do that. We are live. Catch a sneak preview of the rough official trailer at the end of the stream! Exclamation point. Boop. I feel silly. That's something you do immediately when you start streaming. Okay. This is also an interesting question. The average could ask. Here's an interesting question I thought of. What aspects of Jenny you like, and what aspects of her you don't like? I like the fact that Jenny does a lot of. Let's see. I like the fact that Jenny does a lot of problem solving and does a lot of superheroing independently. I like that fact. I do not like the fact that sometimes the teenage side of things, I guess this could be also both a comment on just the original show quality, which again, I'm not saying it's a bad quality show at all. No, of course not. I love Teenage Robot. I'm saying that sometimes that Jenny would sometimes get a little too stereotypically teenager-ish for me, to the point where I'm like, I know this is a cartoon, but even in a cartoon's sake, that's pushing it. Stuff like she would, I don't know. There was the Raggedy Ann episode was a good one. A good example is like when she broke down crying because she couldn't go to the fair. I'm like, okay, I get where you're going with, but that's a little much even for a cartoon show. It's more basically, it's built for comedy though, so I'll give it that. But stuff like that I did not enjoy. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you like about Jenny, and what do you not like about Jenny?
I just feel like her dialogue could have been a lot better written in the original show.
I don't know. If there's one complaint, I don't know.
One thing I do like about her, though, is, like, I don't know, just her spunk. She's like Buffy in that way.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit.
Her suave, so to speak.
She's trying to be independent at times.
Yeah. Final drafts.
I think that's enough said for me.
Yeah, that's okay.
By the way, I am done with the Cuphead.
All right, cool. Do you want a new assignment?
No, I'm good, actually.
All right. That's all right.
So, Tuna Boss, this is Jenny as a Cuphead character. If you're here, that is.
Not half bad. Not half bad at all. And I based it on Yave. Much more loose in the joints. Obviously, you have your own style in there too. But you were more loose in the joints. Gave her the pie eyes. Not bad at all.
I mean, I tried to recreate the Cuphead style of animation.
Well, yeah. But like, I shouldn't. When I say that, I mean, like, when I draw even Teenage Robot style, I cannot help but bring my own drawing style to it in a certain degree. Like, it's something that comes naturally. Don't worry about it. It's just because you were the one drawing it, you brought your own style to it. Like, if I were to draw Jenny Cuphead, it would turn out different, just the same, even though we're both going for Cuphead. Because it's a difference of personal style. That's what I mean. You did not, like I said, not a half bad job at all, Nick. I don't mean to sound mean.
I'm actually doing an actual shadow effect, like.
Cool, and I see. Yeah,
this is supposed to be like a cell
Yeah, I got that. It's
But
cool.
adding this to it, it makes it look a little bit more realistic in a way, even for 2D art.
Cool.
So Trinity is going to have to put out there, but do Jenny and Brad get together?
We already confirmed who Jenny ends up with, and that is his name is he's got a thing for colorful makeup. He's got a thing for bananas. His name is Rafiki. All right, I know probably people are probably getting tired of me joking about that, but we don't want to reveal because who she ends up with, whether it be Brad, Sheldon, or nobody, or someone else, because basically we acknowledge that whoever does end up with Jenny, if anyone ends up with her at all, we basically all lose. Because not only is the fan base pretty much split down the middle 50-50 between Sheldon and Brad, so picking either or of them is going to make 50% of the fan base hates us, but at the same time...
You almost said Sheldon there.
No, it's definitely between Sheldon, Brad, and nobody and someone else. That much is known. But I'm saying that whoever we pick between those four options, Sheldon, Brad, nobody, somebody new, we all lose at the production crew, because there are supporters throughout the fandom for all four of those options, but it's primarily split down in the middle between Sheldon and Brad. And so it's like, which we got to choose one of them because it's such a heated topic in the fandom, and it's a plot point that needs to be resolved. I'm just saying that whoever we choose, everyone's gonna hate us. It's unavoidable. They're gonna hate us. We're gonna try our damnedest to make it nice, but we're gonna be hated no matter what. Whoops! I hit my knee.
Here's a good question, Squirrely. Will we see Jenny graduate high school?
Maybe.
Possibly. That's more of a season 5 topic, and like I said, we haven't locked that one down yet. We've locked season 4 down. We know exactly what's happening in season 4, but season 5's kind of still up for grabs. But possibly. That's always something I like to toy with. The idea of a graduation sort of event / episode thing, because it kind of brings the whole, especially in regards to, like, obviously people in high school, like Spider-Man, and I believe American Dragon Jake Long did one of those episodes. I like those types of episodes. It kind of shows progression of character development and how they're becoming more adultish, quote unquote. It's possible that we could do a graduation episode. I mean, heaven knows that she's freaking been in school long enough. Coming on 4 seasons of her straight up being in school.
Why did Dr. Wakeman make a robot out of metal that rusts so easily in the rain? Says Christian McCoffin.
I think that maybe might just be a byproduct of the metal she used. I don't know if it was intentional. But yeah, I would think that'd be if I'm gonna make a robot that's gonna be saving people, rain's probably gonna be a part of that. I would think that'd be step one. How do I combat the rain? I do not know. To be honest, I do not know why she decided to use that. All right, questions. Squealy asked, this doesn't have anything to do with the show, but was Teenage Robot ever going to get another game? El Tigre got a console game, and that show lasted 1 year. Teenage Robot, I think there was a long time ago, there was talks in works of a Game Boy game, but they were quickly dropped. Ever since, I don't think she's ever been in a video game outside of the Attack of the Toybots Nicktoons game. And granted, I only know this because of taking up on this project. Before this project, I had absolutely never heard of Attack of the Toybots. But I think she was also in plans of being in this racing game with a bunch of Nicktoons, but I think that game was scrapped. So,
oh, I would have played that.
Volksel Fusion asks, will you give an in-universe explanation as to why Dr. Whiteman can't make full backups of Jenny memories and all, apart from obviously breaking tension from the story and writing perspective? We've had wow. We've actually had talks about her specifics of how far to take her as a robot. because obviously, yeah, if we wanted to be like 100% full on robot, we could basically Baymax it. Spoilers for Big Hero 6, and just preserve like backups of XJ9 on like a hard drive or something, and then she'll never like be dead. But at the same time, like you said, that would completely take away everything for any sort of tension from the show. So obviously we can't do that, because that would eliminate any sort of tension when she's facing a superhero, a supervillain or something. So obviously we've had talks about that and how far to take it. I don't know if I can go in, because some of the stuff that we came up with are actually plot points of episodes, so I can't go into full detail yet because of spoilers, but it's something that we have thought of. So you will probably get an explanation as to why that isn't, because we are certainly not doing that. We are definitely not going the direction of, oh, Jenny is just a robot, so we can back her up anytime she's completely destroyed. We are definitely not doing that. Okay. So be rest assured that we are not doing that. But that being said, we have been talking about how far in writing these scripts and stuff, we've talked about how far to take Jenny, and in terms of her robotedness. So yeah.
Any more questions, guys, before we show off the animatic?
Well, we still got about 30 minutes before the animatic drop. But yeah, continue to ask questions and stuff.
Animatic drop?
For the official trailer. I've been working on it all meeting, as well as.
Sorry, I was late. I was dealing with.
That's fine.
I dozed off, and then actually I had dinner. But I want to make a big announcement, though.
Well, it's as a teenage robot, because we gotta keep things teenage robot. I was
gonna be a production assistant.
No, it's gotta be teenage robot. We gotta make sure everything's teenage robot here.
Screw you.
It's the rules of the live stream. Because that's what the audience has come for, teenage robot. Speaking of which, if you guys are just joining in, because I know I just posted this to Facebook, my bad. We will be revealing the a work in progress activation. Activation, I say. I meant animatic. Why did I say activation? Animatic of the official trailer.
Okay, sorry, I didn't realize.
At the end of the stream. So yeah. There's a few. I'm probably going to warn right now. There's probably still going to be a few placeholders littered throughout, but for the most part, you'll get the gist of what the trailer is going to be about and stuff. So yeah, and these are going to be official storyboards of, like, the teaser trailer. A little bit of hype for the official trailer. The teaser trailer, as exciting as it was a bunch of imagery that will not be in the seasons at all. Please, I'm sorry if you are getting excited about seeing a bomb with Vexus's face on it and Jenny diving to disarm it or catch it or whatever, but that's not going to be in the actual seasons. What is going to be in seasons, though, is going to be revealed in the official trailer, because that is taking official imagery from the episodes and dialogue from the episodes and putting it into the trailer itself. The teaser trailer was more like a tease, because that's how teaser trailers are usually. Teaser trailers tease you about the concept and get you and inform you about the concept of what the trailer is about, while the official trailer informs you about specific events, specific plot details, and stuff like that, and uses imagery from the actual episodes or movie. So yeah, that's what this animatic sort of thing is going to be. Whew. Hope that made sense. All right.
That's cool. I didn't know you were actually working on the trailer, but so that's kind of cool.
The random spider dude asks, well, I should warn again, this is not finalized animation.
I know, it's not final.
It's all animatic storyboard stuff. But the random spider dude asks, is the animatic a stream only thing. That I'm still debating. The way that's going to happen is that I'm going to be uploading it to the channel through an unlisted link.
It's a secret.
I do not know, and I'll post that link into the chat. I do not know how long.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if you can post links on the chat. Actually, can you do that? Or
yeah, you can. You can. Especially if you own the video. But I have absolutely no idea if I'm going to keep it up or if I'm going to delete it after like 36 hours or something. Or I don't know about that yet. But the way it's going to work is I'm going to upload it to YouTube through an unlisted video, and I'm going to post the link into the chat, and everyone can watch it. And we'll play it on the stream, but it's going to be choppy as hell, and it's going to be how should I say? It's going to be choppy as hell because it's just because that's just how
stream. What do you expect?
It's just how Google Hangouts works.
Yeah,
we have no control over it, of it being choppy when we display it on stream, which is why we're going to be putting it on an unlisted YouTube video. Mikey Flynn asked, "Will we get more Nora backstory?" You're going to be getting a lot more backstory on a lot of characters.
Yeah, we're basically for some of the scripts, we are planning some actually more backstory of her. So a
lot of the episodes go over some characters' backstories pretty good. So
yeah. And actually, ugh.
All right, let's see. 20 minutes before the drop. So
yeah, wait. Well, what was that?
That was my phone. It's on my desk, and whenever
like, what is that?
It's the buzzer. It's the buzzer. It's just like the vibrator buzzer thing inside the phone system.
Sounds like it sounds like a bird or something.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, what kind of bird do you think this is?
Sounds like a Gavin bird.
I know this is not about the series, but okay, this guy said this. I know this is not a question about the series, but what program are you using?
No, that's a question about the series.
Yeah, so you're good.
For animation, again, animation, we're all different because we all juggle different animation programs.
Some use Open Tunes.
Yeah.
I think some here use Fire Alpaca as well. And others, doesn't Adobe have something?
Yeah, a few of us use Toon Boom and Toon Boom Animate. I use Toon Boom Harmony Premium. A few of us use Adobe Animate. Did I already say that?
Yes. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I'm using right now.
A few of us use Open Tunes, I think.
Open Tunes.
And those are all animation programs. Open Tunes, however, is the only one that's free. It's a good program, though. So, I mean, if you want to go check out a free, awesome animation program, Open Tunes.
I also use PV Paint, but there's also Krita as well because it features the animation part.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's another one.
As for drawing, for backgrounds and detailed images, I would go to Photoshop, specifically CS5. That's the version I have. If I want to do a vector, which is basically a fancy way of saying an image that uses mathematical equations instead of pixels, I would
Some of our concept art was actually taken directly from Photoshop. So that's
but and if I want to do a vector, like I said, I would go to Adobe Flash CS5, which is the one I got, even though I should probably start learning to use Illustrator, which is a better vector program. And for final compositing, that would be, I use Final Cut Pro. I have a Mac, so that's the go-to program for Mac.
All right, next question. Where are Tuck and Brett's parents? For this one, we did mention Tuck's dad a little more in these scripts. However, we're currently
Don't make it
It's like, well, it's like because there's a gray line. There's a very gray line when we talk about relationships between characters, because when you're doing a fan-made work, the number one thing you don't want to do, this is just in general, if anyone out there wants to write a fan fiction or something, the number one thing you do not want to do is introduce a main character. And that's about it. You do not want to introduce everything. You should introduce should be side characters. And even then, when they're side characters, they have to remain side characters. You can't introduce them as side characters and build them up to be main characters. If you're doing a fan-made work or something, because when you set out and do, this is a new character and he or she is one of the main characters, they're always in the group together. That alienates the people who also are fans of the show. And
and also there was kind of I forget. It's kind of
so the idea of introducing like people's parents and relatives and stuff like that, while it might be interesting for like maybe 1 or 2 episodes, it's definitely something we can't do. That's like, hello, this is a character you're going to see all the time now.
Yeah, that's something that's a problem.
So,
our next question, this was kind of a weird one, but I wanted to say this. Random Spider Dude asks, so what's the number of new characters? We actually have some that will be returning as well, but as of new villains, we have like roughly.
Well, there's 3 Grub, Looper, and Weevil. There's Gigawatt.
There's that. There's one.
I've never really counted them.
Yeah, we don't have an official
count.
I'm
gonna guess like around 5 or 6. I think.
Oh, more than that. There's more than that.
All right, around 10. I'm gonna say around that. So.
Because he's not even just asking for villains. He's asking for new characters in general.
I'm sorry.
So there's a lot of new characters, but again, they're basically the vast majority of them are one-off side characters that you see them.
Yeah, basically.
You see them one episode and then you never see them again. So
that's basically that's kind of like
that's the majority of them. New characters. There's a few reoccurring side characters, but like I said, we're keeping them side characters. They're not main people.
All right, next one. Will we see another XJ model? For season 4, we currently do not have any plans. We do not have plans for that as of now.
Because
hopefully...
the star of the show is XJ9. You can't. You're going to see XJs 1 through 8, but I mean,
I'm thinking XJ9, she must have think. I'm guessing she must think of like XJ10 or something, because that was mentioned in Sibling Tsunami and A Robot for All Seasons. I think that's
right.
Kind of where.
Which I guess. Well, first of all, we have absolutely no plans for
exactly. We don't have
tackling that topic
as of right now.
I guess it would be something that we do have to tackle eventually, because you bring up a good point that they did introduce the concept of XJ10 a few times. One time it was a one-off joke. If it was that one-off joke, we'd probably not look into it too far, but it's the point that they brought it up multiple times that we'd have to look into that for season 5, maybe. I don't know. That's an iffy question, because the main character is Jenny. Introducing an XJ10 and taking that away from Jenny,
it's kind of like redundant, or it's kind of like it's unnecessary. It's basically
not redundant. It's like it's going back to what I said before. It's making a
alienating them. It's
alienating the audience. It's making a new main character and going, this person's gonna appear a lot now. Get used to it. It's not, and that's not something you want to
appear more often. I just feel worthless inside, though.
So yeah.
I feel worthless anyways. I don't think anyone actually wants to see me anyways.
Starring XJ7.
Yes, guys, I am XJ7.
Yeah, he got casted as XJ7.
And I hope you guys like my voice. If you don't, I'm probably gonna go back and lie down or something.
All right, I'm gonna start compiling here now. Again, there's a lot of still placeholders, but you'll get the gist of what the trailer is going to be about, so don't you worry. I'm going to start compiling it, so when we hit our 2-hour mark, I can just straight up upload it and drop the link. So it might, the live stream might go on for an additional 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how the render.
Actually, to be honest, that does happen with our meetings. Actually, that does
but
happen.
Not long though, not because it just all depends on how Google's going to process the video.
Yeah, sometimes there can be
You mean? Are you going to also screen share it or no?
Yeah, I am, but I'm going to only screen share it after it's done uploading, because then it'll be like at the same time. And then for those who are going to take the smarter path and watch it online instead of watching it on our stream, you can just mute our stream as we're playing it and then come back when you're done, and it'll be just.
Oh wait, you're posting when you? Oh wait, you're posting the link or?
Not now. It's gonna be. It's about.
All right. Okay.
So again, there's probably going to be a lot of placeholders, like a text like saying "insert action here," but the majority of it is mapped out. So, you'll get a good gist of what's going on. Because this is also going to be kind of a learning. Not only are you going to, because you're going to be getting information on how the season 4 is going to play out a little bit, but at the same time, you're also going to be getting information, ironically, on how we kind of handle storyboards and stuff. Because there's definitely moments in episodes, or when we're plotting out storyboards and animatics, there's moments in the scripts that we don't even consider drawing a storyboard up for it and just leave it to the animator to just do the scene, specifically in regards to like usually when it's like back and forth talking between characters. At sometimes if the camera work isn't anything special, like it's not, sometimes the camera work obviously is designed to be like make the character feel small or make the area feel bigger than it is. But if it's just two characters kind of talking back and forth, having a normal conversation, like walking down the street, we don't really need a storyboard for that. We can just let the animator understand that it's just two characters walking down the street. So it's stuff like that. Granted, I should warn that if this was a professional industry, that would not fly whatsoever. Everything would need to be storyboarded. The only reason we do that is because we're not professional and we are a fan-made production, and we cut.
Oh, here's one.
We save time.
Here's one. This one's kind of. Will you have a unique frame rate? We're planning to use
nope.
24 frames per second, basically.
Yep, that's it.
Yep, that's what we're using.
It's 20. We're animating. It's called 24 on 2s, which is basically animating with 24 frames per second, while every 2 frames is a new drawing. One drawing would accompany 2 frames of animation, and the reason why that's not you would think, isn't that technically just 12 frames per second? Yes and no. The difference is that when you do animating on 2s, everything is animated on 2s, with 24 frames per second. So like a mouth could start talking while it'd be a split second and you'd never be able to see it, but it'd be this example. Like a mouth could start animating on beat 1 instead of beat 0 on a different frame, if that makes sense. And so by overlapping that, not only can you bridge some of the movements together, you also, of course, save time because you're not drawing 24 frames for every second, but you're drawing 12 approximately. But on top of that, sometimes 12 frames per second obviously is not enough for a movement. You need additional frames in there. By animating with 24 frames per second on 2s, you can go, okay, now it's time to go 24 on 1s, which is 1 frame per one drawing per frame, so we can get a nice fluid movement in this action scene or something. And it's just another way. Pretty much all television animation does 24 on 2s. It's just another classic way of saving time. Oh yeah.
Where's my play? I'm gonna turn off the camera because it's kind of pointless. There we go. What are you humming?
You'll find out in 10 minutes.
Oh.
I should probably just go ahead and export this and start the process of finalizing it. Again, there's going to be placeholders. I got to warn you right now. There's going to be placeholders. But
placeholders,
which is basically a way of saying like it's usually like a text body that says like Jenny jumps over a car.
Okay.
But there's nothing drawn there. It's just like there. It's because again, that's just basically it's trying. How do I keep flubbing what I'm trying to say? The goal of a placeholder is to describe what's going on, but in the event of saving time and stuff, you just describe what's going on instead of sketching out the animation and saving the animation stuff for the more important moments, specifically in regards to animatics and storyboards. If you're trying to crunch for time. All right, so I'm going to file. That is doing that. So it's compiling, and so I will then take that and then compile it into the final edit, and then I will export that, and then I'll upload it to YouTube.
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, this is a good question. Lauren Schurleiter says, in your own personal opinion, in the show, what do you think was the most embarrassing and humiliating moment that has happened to Jenny? Now, that's a good question, because she actually gets into some...
That's...
Ooh, actually, To be
probably
completely
when
honest,
her mom showed all those pictures of her to the entire school.
Yeah, probably the humiliation 101.
Oh yeah, that actually I was thinking that because there was a time where she actually was powered by steam, and then there was like this baby picture of when like So like Nora was trying to feed her like these
Yeah.
nuts and bolts, and she was like making this face. She was like,
Yeah.
another one that I think was kind of embarrassing. I don't know. Ooh, I think there was there definitely are some. Can you visit my? Oh, thank you. Sorry, this guy is working on this thing called. I'm pretty sure you guys heard of this. Teenage Robot 8-Bit. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of that. This guy, Club of Games TV, has just recently did an update on that, so that's a good sign. Thank you for that.
Okay. All right, I'm compiling it now. Give me a little bit. I'm almost ready for this, so we can export.
Yeah, Teenage Robot Russia, because we definitely need Russian. Sorry.
Okay.
Go to the last video to click the link to. Alrighty, I'm downloading it now. So thank you for this. So, anyways, embarrassing moments. Whew, I don't know what there can be. How about the one where she gets I remember she kind of get this one was This Time with Feeling. She had those feeling sensors, and you kept getting like hurt badly by a fly that kept like, and she like started screaming and then started rolling on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, she got into a fight with the king of cool, one of the kings of cool, Bruce Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's Tim Achilles, but he was played by Bruce Campbell. You know, that's groovy. That's groovy.
Yeah.
Club of Kids TV is also asking which percentage of season 4 episodes are now complete.
I don't know if we can give a percentage.
We are currently.
I don't know if a percentage is possible. It's kind of. I remember this question from a few months back too.
Some of our scripts are
kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to give a
draft stage, and we're doing table reads as well.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to give. It's kind of hard to give a specific percentage because it's. Again, we're all working on it. We're all working on it on these scripts at the same time, so they're all kind of in the same stage of production. It's more like we can give you like updates on where we're at, and right now, again, we are trying to wrap up recording. Yeah, we're trying to wrap up recording the dialogue and entering the phase of trying to figure out what animation process is the best bet for us as we animate. So, what is that? That's I guess you could technically call that.
Has some scripts actually come out of like the final drafting stages? Because I did.
Well, no,
I think we pulled out some or something. Or,
that's something different. That's just when we're tweaking. That's just when we're tweaking
a couple of them, and then we did some editing on that.
No, that's just when we're tweaking dialogue on
okay. So
before we do reads and stuff. But I'm talking more in the lines of production stages. We are.
As of right now, we are currently. We are resuming table reads as of right now.
Well, we're trying to wrap up recording dialogue, and then we are entering the process of figuring out what animation process it would do us best. But I guess you could technically call that wrapping up, quote unquote, because this is animation, principal photography. Because when you're done with principal photography in live action movie making and TV shows, you are wrapping up the filming process of getting the character moments and everything like that, all the beats, and then you enter post-production where you would do any post-animation and post-editing and stuff like that. So I guess you could say we are technically entering post-production, wrapping up principal photography, quote unquote. Something like that. That's the best way I could describe it. I don't know. Again, I don't know if we can give like a percentage, but yeah.
PSX OX is asking us, will the seasons be posted on this channel on YouTube?
Yeah, we don't have plans for that, as you can think but
no, we do.
I'm sorry, I thought you said
the seasons are going to be. It's going to be a stage process, depending on the reaction. If Viacom, let's see, if first we're going to post on YouTube. That's going to be our primary go-to channel.
Okay.
If we get kicked off of YouTube, we're going to go to Vimeo. And if we get kicked off of Vimeo, we're going to go to Dailymotion. And if we get kicked off of Dailymotion,
I actually think Dailymotion is better because basically I've seen plenty of people like upload shows there and they don't get like kicked. Because actually they're more like accepting.
Well, like, okay, but if we get kicked off of all three, we are going to just start uploading on the main website itself. And like, the only reason why we can't do that right now is because, the reason why we're not doing that when we start to begin with, it's because, one, the website uploading service is not the best. It doesn't upload HD videos. It just kind of converts it to standard. So it wouldn't be the best quality. And two, is Vimeo, Dailymotion, and YouTube are farther reaching.
I think the Dank Raisin is also asking us.
Nico,
Yeah,
that's not. We're not Japanese, man.
I don't know. Well, hold on.
Well, if we do get a Japanese cast, if we do get a Japanese cast.
Well, that's like.
I mean,
maybe we should get that. We should actually get like different languages. We should get Spanish, German, Italian, Japanese.
I mean, if anyone here
knows anyone that can speak all those languages in all those different voices, please.
The best I can do is that I got 4 years of Japanese under my belt, but even then, that I'm an amateur. That's not enough.
I know Spanish. I took Spanish for 4 years, but I'm sort of I don't use it that often.
Yeah, same here. 4 years of Spanish and don't remember most of it.
I can upload the episodes on Nico if because I have something there. Not fully made yet, but
todos dedicados mexicano. 6-6-30, 6-7-1-3-3-3-3. Cojico del papá.
Not train ourselves.
Oh, someone can speak Polish. Well, Ganaka.
I'm learning through anime enough, like the original dubbed versions of the anime.
Well,
Pig-Wadded!
Oh, I'm saving this question. Damn right, man.
Pig-Wadded!
Right, man.
Pig-Wadded!
I don't know what is going on.
Okay,
I'm just
I don't know why
wrapping up this.
Congratulations. You just made my night. Congratulations. Get yourself a cookie or get yourself a Coke or something. You just made my night. Thank you. Pig lad. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Thank you for that. Thank you.
I think that might be a little bit off.
Brad? Oh yeah, I go see it at the lab contract. Got right in the hat. Who wants breads? I sell it now. Why would we want bread? We don't even know where you sell it.
On Pawns.
I got pizza. Where you get the pizza though, man? You don't know where you get pizza? You don't. If you get pizza, you well, Cockney. Well, technically, Cockney. Yeah, actually, I'm technically a Cockney because I'm actually voicing XJ7. So that's kind of your answer. And actually, well, I hope you guys. Speaking of which, can you please accept my voice, though? or else I'm gonna have to just lie. Just think of the world passing by me and how insignificant I am. All right, if we're done. Meme art idea. JoJo reference. Well, Jetty is Jetro. Her stand is Jet. Oh, I see.
Oh shoot, that's dope. Actually,
I'm gonna screenshot that. Actually, we did once do like remember the one where it was like Vexus is Jesus or something.
oh,
Maybe we can do this as a follow up. Yeah, remember everyone, Vexus is Jesus. Don't you forget it. Vexus is Jesus. Will you see? We don't have plans for that yet.
I gotta go back.
Jenny, we do not have plans for that now, but
Maggie Flynn released
Flame Jenny.
Flame Jenny. It's when she got a new paint.
I think I could think of something for you.
We should work that in at least somewhere.
We have talked a few times about changing her appearance every once in a while. We decided a while back that if we were to change Jenny's appearance at any time, one, it'd be temporary because she's got
No, that's not a meme. It's a dead meme. And if you know the way, it's back the way you came.
It's just because Jenny's got a signature look, of course. But if we did talk about a few times about changing her looks a few times in the episodes, just like for a special event or something. So if we were ever to do a special event, maybe we could probably see the return of Hot Rod Jenny. Nothing's planned right now, but for season 4, but season 5 definitely we could if we want to bring back Hot Rod Jenny. That's fine. I have seen no problem with that.
Did you just call me? Yeah, as of right now, we're Vexus and Tucker still haven't been cast, as we're still running into problems to find. Yeah. We're still thinking who can be Tuck, but for Vexus, as of right now, we are we do not have any plans on who is going to be Vexus, and we do plan to have her, but that's sort of a problem right now. Oh wait, wasn't there a Oh, actually, yes, there actually was plans of a third Raggedy Android episode where it was going to be similar to the symbiote to the Spider-Man. However, Nickelodeon rejected the idea as it was too creepy. But I'll see if I can actually make an episode for you guys.
Alex, again, it's season 5 is a big mixed bag of things where we don't know what's happening.
Yeah, actually, I want to, but I'm going to be honest, at Xfinity, I'm kind of one of those people. I remember seeing Return of Raggedy Android, and I did kind of like the cliffhanger ending, and I was thinking, ooh, actually, maybe we should do a third. I kept thinking that they should do a third or something, because I actually was very...
comes back as the old man from Mesmer's.
Oh, but... Well, I wanted to do one where it's actually like it turns like the body, it like screws up with like other people's bodies and it becomes sort of like a David Cronenberg film. And if you guys don't know who David Cronenberg is, he's the guy behind Videodrome, Scanners, The Fly, The Brood, Naked Lunch. Pretty much he's like a king of body horror. Are you still accepting scripts? Well, if you mean auditions, we are still open with auditions as of right now. We are still accepting auditions, and you're still welcome to join.
Yep. I'm just about wrapping up here, guys. So a little bit more patient, and then we'll drop the.
I'm Fandroid, the Oilster. What the frick does that mean, man? The Oilster robot.
So confused about it.
Flip. I need my flipper. Okay. Window. Almost there, guys. Hold on. Like I said, it'll probably this whole thing will probably go a little bit over. Just so we can get a proper, because I'm trying to not only make sure that this is going to render.
Do something involving time travel. Well, actually,
no, it's
actually a very interesting topic, and actually, I'm going to be completely honest. I did have an idea where she would go back in time to learn about. This is kind of something. because there actually has been references to robots back in the ancient times. It's been used in mythologies and religions, such as Christianity. Also, there's been I remember reading in Greek mythology that some of the gods actually used clay golems as servants. So that's kind of like a precursor to the robots. I think if we do something like that, that'll be actually a very interesting topic. And I kind of was thinking we can go somewhere with that. Jesus is a robot.
Vexus is Jesus.
Well, here's the thing, though. Aliens. It is still possible that aliens invented pyramids thanks to our film Stargate. So,
it's a movie. Dude.
Shut up! Shut up! You don't know. There is aliens upon us, Nathan. You don't know that. They are coming, and then robots are going to become citizens, and we're going to live among them. And you have to respect them. You need to give them respect. Because it's going to happen, Nathan. You don't know when it will or where it will, but it's going to happen.
Like
now make sure that you give peace to robotic citizens. You will give peace to them.
My umbrella.
Yes, make sure you respect all of them, because sooner or later, a neighbor that lives next to you on the street will be similar to Jenny, and you need to. They are people. Robots are people. The squeak.
I found this.
Okay, I'm done with this.
From Deja Vu. Deja Vu. This is a block by Andres Deja. And this is the animation of Milk Called animating Edgar as he says, "My hat! My umbrella!"
Okay.
Aristocats from 1970.
Oh my goodness. If you were to if you were to revive, we still don't think we're going to revive the Godzilla film. I don't know if we're ever going to revive it, because this was an idea that Nathan had, but unfortunately he had to put to rest because maybe it could have started up issues maybe with copyright.
I think the question is asking what design, if in a mythical world that it is revived, they're asking what design would we use?
Yeah.
To be honest, it would probably just be the Teenage Robot Godzilla that already exists in the show.
Wait, what episode though? I forget what episode.
Around the World in 80 Pieces.
Oh, okay.
He also makes an appearance in Labor Day.
Let's see if we get this. Maybe if we do, we can get the SpongeBob. Or how about this? I know this was in Labor Day, the episode Labor Day, when she did like that postal service. She went around the world, and there was like that sponge monster from Speak No Evil. We saw him fighting. I forgot this other one. Maybe that'll be cool, like that. Godzilla versus the Sponge Monster.
Mikey Flynn asked.
Maybe we should give it a name though. What should we call it?
How about the Sponge Monster?
Well, that's what we're pretty called. It's kind of like like the Smog Monster, but its real name is Hedera. But yeah, you should talk to Nathan about, or the Sea Monster, which is named Ebera.
Yeah.
There's also the Giant Spider, which is named Kumanga. What's that? No one calls it that, or not that I know of. So yeah, I know. That'll be kind of cool though. Godzilla versus the Sponge Monster. I think if that actually was a real film, I think it would have been in the first series, actually, sort of like in the 60s. But I think after Destroy All Monsters, definitely after that. Godzilla would
almost done here, guys. Almost done. I'm going to be doing an export.
Well, if Godzilla were to burn it, though, I think he would actually. I don't know.
Godzilla.
Oh yeah, the Mantis. So yeah, those were in Son of Godzilla, and they also were in Godzilla Final Wars. That's Kamacuras. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen the films, but I saw Cinemassacre's Monster Madness, Godzilla-thon. It pretty much taught me nearly every single one of the monsters.
Well, he does get a few things wrong, but in his series, but you know.
I'm going to ask you this, though. What's your opinion on the 1990? Well, actually, I'm just gonna. What's your opinion on Zilla? That's how I'm gonna say it.
It was my first kaiju movie. I have a soft spot for it. It's a terrible movie. It's a terrible movie. It's not a Godzilla movie, but if you watch it as a movie about the monster Zilla, it's not bad.
Yeah,
it's a terrible made movie. The quality of movie making is,
and plus Matthew Broderick sucks at his acting.
Well, the quality of movie making is terrible. It's a terrible movie. But if it's in terms of a monster movie where you sit down and you turn off your brain and you just watch a monster movie, it's not bad.
Yeah, actually,
especially if you watch it in the
better if it was actually a remake of The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. I think
that's even then it would be a flock because that's not Beast.
Yeah, I think it was just slapped on.
It's a joke. That's people say that because it's a joke because it's joking about how different it is from Godzilla that it can be. It can be identified also as Beast of 10,000 Fathoms, but it's not.
They actually stated that this was in number 25, I think it was. It was Godzilla, Mothra, King Ghidorah, John Monsters All Out Attack.
They had the reference.
Mentioned that it wasn't him.
But anyway, back to Teenage Robot. You got the teaser, the trailer itself. I'm just putting in the last few touches. I'm going to be exporting in just a sec, guys. So we're almost.
Oh yeah, there was a Godzilla cartoon. I forgot. I almost forgot. That was sort of acted as the sequel to the piece of crap '98 film, but never seen it.
Mikey Flynn asks, do you guys think you could do 12 years of study into necromancy and try to resurrect Eartha Kitt just for this? Not going to lie,
Jesus Christ.
It might come down to that.
Stuff, but
that's a little dark. But Jesus. All right.
You know what? Necromancy, Eric, necromancy is sort of a big no-no. Have you even seen Necromantic, or have you even seen those films that are pretty much about necromancy? It's a no-no.
Yeah, I've tried it. It doesn't even work. Anyway, the Demons of Fandroid 13 asked, do you know the way? Yes, I know the way.
It's back the way.
I will show you the way.
Yes, I know the way. It's back the way you freaking came.
Easy.
Okay? Back the way you came.
Easy.
Go away. It's Vexus crying. Praise be on tour. Oh, yeah. What about Vexus? Vexus will live. Actually, hold on. Let me do something. Ready? Vexus will live.
All right. Almost there. Almost there. I'm just putting in the final touches, I swear.
Okay, it shouldn't be Vexus. It should be the Virgin Vega. But she's technically... she's technically... And Zilla's in Monster Planet's prequel, and I'm not going to lie, they made her more badass than that, so go read. Oh, yeah. Lucifer did try to overthrow God, but Vega succeeded, so... Fandroid, the musical robot, I identify as a robot. Sorry, my mouthful.
All right, let's see. Almost there. Where are you? Hold on. Almost there, guys. I swear. I'm putting the final touches on it.
Lie to us. Why is Vexus
on it? I swear. Again, there's a lot of placeholders.
That's a good question, actually. Why is he mistaken humankind? What does she have against us? That I don't know. Adding characters. We told you guys we're not adding. We don't want to add characters that's going to alienate from the main character. We told you this. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Vexus got blown up for our sake.
What?
Guys, you guys are... Guys, quit killing us. Vexus is Mr... What? Vexus is Mr. Krabs. I don't get it.
Me either.
Oh, wait. We created toasters? So we do. I don't know if you guys saw that episode. Oh, yeah. What was it called? Pajama Party Palooza? Prankapalooza? That was a good one. So we do. 905? No. Will we see what... Jeez. We told you we're not going to... Oh, my gosh, guys. You know what? If you're... Go watch if you want us to bring characters, how about this? You can do, here's an example we can have. Why don't you go to Bellina Productions and watch the OMG Most Original Sonic Fanfiction Idea. That gives you a big...
Sam.
Easy, Sam. You don't need to be so aggressive.
Well, they keep telling us if they're going to add characters. We're not going to add characters. That's going to alienate.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah,
there are still questions about our show, so it's okay.
All right, Squealy. Okay, I get it. All right, it's a joke.
And we are adding characters, though.
Yeah, we are adding characters.
We are doing that.
We are adding characters, but we don't want to go like overboard and have them like going with backstories and stuff into a point where it's we need to explain this character.
The point is that we don't want to add main characters. Side characters, we're going to be adding plenty of side characters. We don't want to add main characters that like get in the way of the main characters. Brad, Jenny, Sheldon, Dr. Wakeman, and Tuck. Those are our 5 main characters.
Actually, here's an interesting question. Will the computer screen be big and clunky and the phones will still have cords? Well, I think that's kind of an interesting topic because although it's set in 2072, the show does have a 1930s style. So maybe that could actually work.
All right, I have just...
It has like a retro 1930s, 40s, 50s style. So I think we should do that actually. Because, So, anyways... Just you looking set. We were looking good, son. And I told. Now what thing is? I have a question. Will be PG. Okay. I know Vexa stands if she bid to do it. Mega Gyrus because Mega Gyrus.
Mega Gyrus.
Don't turn on me. Is a tattletales. Guys, are you seriously trying to kill me? Are you trying to kill me? I think I know all of your guys' answers. Maybe. As you looking sad, you looking good, son. Now I remember Britt and Tiff. I remember they got them pretty. Now, Dark Rising, don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare. Never ship Nora X Squid.
All right, there we go. All right, I put the last final touches on it.
If you do another thing, I'm coming over there. If you pull another stunt like that, I'm coming over there.
Easy.
Don't you dare.
Sam. Easy, Sam. All right, I have put the final touches on the test script. This is version 1.4, and I'm going to export now, and I'm going to upload to YouTube. Stay tuned, guys. We are almost ready for the test trailer drop.
While you're doing that, I finished my drawing for the thing, the drawing competition. So as you can see here, we got Vexus at a Change My Mind booth from the memes. This is for who was it? PMP does MLaaTR stuff. I don't know if they're still here.
Change my mind. I like it. It's good. All right, so I hope everyone's all right. I'm gonna make a Facebook post now.
Nick, what did you just? Nick,
I'm gonna say.
What the frick is that?
Uploading test trailer now. Tune in soon.
Nope.
I am currently uploading.
Nick, no.
Easy, Sam.
It's not Obi. I swear I'm not Obi.
Nope.
All right, guys, calm down. Let's keep on topic.
Nope.
file. Did it export?
Don't tattle on me. Don't tattle on me because Mama's sleeping and Mama's scared.
File, share, export. Come on.
I don't know what that means.
Don't tattle on me. Don't tattle on me because Mama's sleeping and she ain't scary.
All right, guys, come on. Stay on topic. If we can't, I'm sure there's some questions.
All right. Not my fault that they're trying to make me laugh myself to death, though.
Ain't nobody trying to do nothing.
All right, it's exporting now.
Yay!
All right.
Exporting. Soon we will all see. All right, it is finished exporting. I am now going to upload it to the YouTubes, so we can both.
All right, make sure you upload. Make sure you post the link too, though, so I can.
You screen sharing it too?
Yeah, I'll screen share it. Like I said, the screen share is going to be really glitchy. So,
well, it's a screen. It's a screen share. What you expect? But here we go, guys.
Come on, work with me.
Oh, God, I'm so hungry.
Brad X Plankton. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope. Oh, no.
Right, well, hold
on.
on.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I admit it was cringy, but don't.
No.
What's going on?
No. Red flag. No.
All right, guys, come on. Just stay in topic. I'm uploading now, I promise. Come on, work with me, please. It keeps saying that it's like, I think the file name is screwing with it because it keeps rejecting the upload.
Switch code?
Hold on.
What is this?
That's their friend code for Nintendo Switch.
Oh, I see. I don't have a Nintendo Switch, guys.
I don't have one either.
Yeah, I have a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox. If you guys want to play it.
I'll be getting one soon, hopefully.
It's getting there.
Come on.
Now, Trainer, he's uploading it. It takes a while. It takes a little bit.
Yep. We're almost there.
Please no Squidward. No. No.
All right, come on. Stay on topic. Stay on topic, guys. It's okay. All right, now let's...
I can't write sentences like how they can't perfect draw the cards. Oh. Actually, let me do it like this. What? No.
All right, I'm gonna try back up time because apparently this.
Stay on topic.
Oh, what's going on?
What? No.
Trailers.
Ultron versus... Oh, that would be interesting. Ultron versus Armageddon. That'd be interesting.
Okay, apparently... All right, so what I did... Apparently, I cannot upload when I'm live streaming, so I'm going to a backup channel, which I have on YouTube. It's same situation. We're still doing the trailer drop and everything. It's just instead of it being hosted by the Teenage Robot channel, it's going to be hosted by my alternate channel. So don't worry about it. It's now being uploaded. That's what the problem was. All right, so it's now it is.
Kind of an interesting question. What is Jenny's spirit animal? That's a good one. That's actually a good one. I don't know.
Robot. So who else would have a spirit animal?
A calculator.
That's kind of an interesting one. Oh my gosh, Mickey Momo. Mickey. Actually, if you want. All right, the Mickey Momo is your attitude. The Mickey Momo is your mellow mood. Your mama when you drink a lemonade.
All right, Sam, that's okay. But all right, so processing done. Okay, we are good to go. I'm gonna hit my link. Upload it. Copy it. All right, so I'm gonna screen share this. Now I gotta warn everyone. All right, so everyone, with all due respect to everyone here in the meeting, I'm going to mute all of you one by one. Granted,
myself first.
No, okay, that's fine. Granted, you'll be able to unmute yourselves because I don't think by me muting you, it doesn't permanently mute you. So
yeah, it doesn't do that. It does. So actually, that doesn't do that. So
I'm just gonna one by one mute you guys. I'm sorry because because what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to set my microphone to an internal microphone so it will get the actual audio instead of the audio on my microphone, and just to make sure that no audio breaks on it. And so, all right, so before I share this link, I have to warn everyone right now who has joined in to watch the test trailer. It is a test trailer. This is not, I repeat, this is not a trailer that has been finalized, final animation. It is basically an animatic trailer. And that's what we're sharing today. It's a sneak preview of this trailer that's going to release a few months from now. So expect some sketchy drawings, some basic drawings and stuff like that. It's just to get the gist of the trailer down, and that's what we want to share with you today. And so here we go. Now with keeping that all in mind, I'm going to post the link here, and I'm going to screen share this right here, which is the test trailer on this YouTube page, and I'm gonna bump this up the screen right so, and I'm gonna increase the quality. Nope, I can't. All right, it's a higher quality, but I mean, and all right, we're good to go. Hold on. I know I'm teasing you guys like crazy right now. I'm just setting things up. All right, so I am all set up, ready to go. I'm going to drop the trailer link in. So be sure, so everyone out there in the chat right now, be smart about it, okay? So be smart. Mute this video once I drop this link and watch the trailer, because if you do not mute the trailer, you're going to get both the audio from this video and then on the trailer when you're watching it. So here comes the link, and the moment I drop the link, I'm going to switch microphones, and I'm going to play it on here, even though it's going to be really choppy. So here we go. Getting to it. Boop. There's that, and now I'm going to swap. All right, I have just all right, so like I said, it is a test trailer, so that is why there's a bunch of pan upwards in the city. Jenny fighting a villain. Easy. That it's a test trailer. It's basically putting things together, making some sequences before we finalize or like jump towards the scene. It's like juggling sequences just to make sure it fits the tone and everything. So yeah. Any questions on that?
I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be asked, when is this going to be done?
Yeah, other than that, because that you can't be answered. But that is a test trailer. Does anyone have any?
That is absolutely fantastic.
Does anyone have?
Good, actually, looks really good.
Does anyone have any questions? Any questions at all?
What will be the animation?
Got to be some. The Toon Boom
What will be
animate.
the animation program, I guess.
Like I said, I animate in Toon Boom Harmony. There's some people who animate in Toon Boom Animate. There's some people who animate in Adobe Animate, and there's some people here who animate in Open Toons. So it's just a big juggle of that.
Felt alien. What?
Okay.
Textures? Oh, here's one. Oh, wait, here's one. Here's one that's good. How do you make textures for the 3D models?
Oh, here.
We actually have a guy named Cakeman who does those.
There's another. Yeah. One of our 3D animators, Cakeman, is responsible for a majority of the 3D work currently. So.
Oh, wait, isn't he using a Blender, I think, or was it?
Yeah, Blender. Blender is
because I kept thinking it was Maya that he was using.
No, Maya is expensive, but Blender is an amazing 3D program that is 100% free. And it's not anything to like, even though a lot of free programs out there are like, yeah, it's free, so you can't really do much in it. No, Blender, you can do a ton of crap in it in Blender. It is an amazing program, and it is so cool how they let that program be free. So if you ever want to start an animation program, go to Blender for 3D at least. Blender is amazing. Anyway, questions for this episode.
J-Det McSwag asks, can you have an episode where Brad has to fist fight someone?
Why?
I mean, well, yeah, but we can put that on the table. But I should reiterate some questions specifically pertaining to the trailer, because we are actually going to wrap up here in a little bit. We are 40 minutes over.
So why is Jenny's mom in courts asked the random spider dude?
Well, this trailer basically announces what we're doing. So, you know what? I mean, you guys want to say what the first episode is in this now?
Activation Day!
Activation, the origin of how it all began.
Yep. Okay, so a long time ago, when we were discussing how to bring about this project, we discussed the matter of reintroducing it, because again, this cartoon hasn't seen the light of day since 2009. So everyone is it needs to be reintroduced to the characters in some shape or fashion. So we basically asked ourselves, how do we do this? How do we reintroduce everyone? And so what we basically did, we basically decided on it that we're doing a prequel episode, the first episode called Activation Day, and it's basically going to depict when Jenny was first constructed,
this takes
and
place
the repercussions of that, as well as the first time the cluster invaded Earth.
Yeah, so, also the first interaction with a human, basically.
And I can confirm now I play a character called Judge Waitwater.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's basically Jenny. It's Jenny's origin story, waking up and that sort of thing. So that's the first episode. That's why in every single every time we've dropped an episode, you've always seen the 402A or 402B. You would use clever peoples would see that it never went to 401. That's because 401 is Activation Day. That code stands for Season 4, which is the 4, Episode 01 or 02, and that's the code. So this Activation Day has been in plan for, I want to say, 2 to 3 years now. We decided this a long time ago that we were going to do Activation Day, and
absolutely.
Yeah. And that's actually.
But all Madison on Instagram did spoil a little bit because of the script. But other than that, that's pretty.
Yep.
That was close. That was really, really close.
Yeah. Again, I'm sorry if there's so many placeholders in that script. Again, or that trailer. Again, when that thing is released, it's going to be fully animated. It's not going to have like, imagine this. It's going to be fleshed out. The placeholders are just there because when you're building a trailer, you're not only building the animated sequences, which we don't again, we're still figuring out our animation process, which is why there's not finished animation clips in this and using storyboards and stuff. It's and for building a trailer, you use placeholders to make sure that because building a trailer is all about building to music. So it's basically when you're building a trailer to music, you want to beat out what you want to put where and stuff like that, and that's what happens. You put placeholders. So sorry about that, but again, in the finalized trailer, all those placeholders will be gone, and it'll be
here's one from Mikey Flynn. Will you guys be looking for fan translations, like subtitles?
If you can, yes and no. Yes, in the sense of if you can do it and you can understand if it's like a second language to you, of course we will accept anyone coming in to do it. But you have my stipulation on that is that you'd have to be well adept in both English and that second language, because I do not want any mistranslations happening. So the prerequisite to that is that it has to be second language to whoever does it. So yeah. Is there any other questions pertaining to the trailer itself?
Or the episode drop.
Yeah.
I know. All right.
I'm just checking in. Any questions at all pertaining to the trailer that just dropped, the test trailer that just dropped? Because if not, we're going to be starting to wrap up here because we're 40 minutes over.
Yeah, I think no one's answering, so let's.
All right. Well, if you have any questions. No, Jenny is not plankton.
What the frick, man? Stop.
But if you got, I guess that means we wrap up for this meeting. Thank you guys for joining in. I have absolutely no idea how long that test trailer will be available. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long that's going to be available.
Oh, here's a question.
What's up?
Random is asking.
Oh my god.
A two-parter.
Basically, it's going to be a 22-minute.
That's a good question.
22-minute.
Yeah, it's a special. Yeah, Activation Day is a special. It's a 22-minute part. It's a 22-minute episode. It's the same length as Victim of Fashion.
Victim of Fashion?
Yeah, that was a 22-minute special.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. It was back to back with Cluster Prime. That's why.
No, it's Victim of Fashion. It was just a standalone, its own episode where
that's what I meant actually.
No.
And there's 2 specials I think total in the entire Teenage Robot series.
There was Robot for All Seasons and Escape from Cluster Prime. Those are the only 2.
Nope, that's
Faction.
And not. And when I say specials, I mean 22-minute specials. I mean there was a TV movie which was Cluster Prime, but
with Thor Birch in it. It was 22 minutes. Oh.
Yep. So it's Activation Day is the same length as Robot for All Seasons and Victim of Fashion. It's a half-hour special. Not counting. Well, I mean, 22 minutes because half-hour special would be 22 minutes plus all those commercials, but we're not going to have any commercials, so it's a 22-minute episode. I just realized. So, all right. If there's no other questions, I guess we're going to wrap up here. So thank you guys for joining in on the 13th live stream.
No, mayonnaise is not an instrument. And before you ask, neither is horseradish.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for joining in. I hope you guys
can see how we actually open up our fourth season of the show.
We've been keeping that Activation Day secret for so long now.
Yeah, it's time to give an announcement.
Whew. All right. So
yes.
So that being said, see you guys on the Discord and on the forums. Thanks, guys, for joining in. And again, one last disclaimer: that is not the final trailer, nor is it the final animation. That is all test. That is all test work. That is why it looks like cruddy sketches and paper drawings and stuff like that. It's not. That does not represent the final animation whatsoever. So don't worry about it. It's just a test, guys. See you guys, though. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Deuces, homies.
See ya.